You are only ever one mindset shift away from your dream life, from your dream reality, from your higher self. That is a decision that needs to be made. This video is for all the people who are constantly striving to be their best self. For the people who think that they are always broken and always a work in progress. Who feel like regardless of how hard they're trying, they still don't live up to that higher version that they have in their head. As if there's a massive road between who they are now and who they know they could be, or who they need to be in order to have the things that they truly know that they want and deserve. Hello beautiful souls, my name is Olohi and I help you align with your purpose. So subscribe because you deserve everything you desire. You are only ever one mindset shift away. I was speaking to this friend of mine and he was explaining to me how he feels like there's a higher version of himself who has the things that he desires, but he's working towards it and he never seems like he gets there, or it always evades him. He has it for a few days and then it's gone. That ideal self that exists seemingly only in his head. There is nothing to become. You just have to be. The present moment is the only thing that exists. And I don't think a lot of us realize that. We think that us in this present day, is the same person that's going to exist in the future. The you that exists now only exists now. That's like me saying the Olohi that was in my body when I was 5 years old is the same Olohi that exists in my body now. Sure is the same life and soul, but every day you wake up, you are a different person. So this whole idea of becoming never comes. The universe doesn't give you what you want. It doesn't give you something you have worked hard for. It gives you who you are. So he was telling me how he's always wanted it. Desire. And when you desire something, that implies there is lack. You do not have what you desire, because if you had it, you would not desire it. The present is all you have. There is nothing that you get from becoming. You just become, like you just are. I explained it to him in the way where he thinks this is where he wants to go and this is where he is now. So every day he tries to get there, not knowing that it's a conveyor belt. So every step he takes forward towards the person, the goal also moves. The goalpost always moves with him because he's someone who desires that outcome, meaning that's lack. He will never be able to close that gap, because if he does, it would mean he is no longer someone that desires that. It means he would have it, and he cannot have it because he wants to desire it. He wants to become it. For him to finally understand what it means to have and be that person is, this is you. You're a shell. Imagine you're a ball. Your body is the ball, and then that ideal self is incubating in you every single day. They are not somewhere in your vision, in your mind, in the far future that you need to become. They are inside you every single day. But then the only way you can awaken them and become them is by breathing life into them, is by deciding you are them and acting like them. Your higher self is in you, but every day you say, I have to become more. There's somewhere I need to get to. You're putting them farther into that coma state. You're putting them to sleep because you're basically telling them it's not time for you to come out, because I need to earn or prove that I deserve to become you, when you are already them. Every time you are not acting like your higher self, you are actually role-playing as somebody else. Your higher self is the most authentic state of you. Every time you do that habit or you act in a way you know your higher self wouldn't act, that is just the version of you you've been cosplaying based on limiting beliefs that this universe has tried to tell you is what life is. You are inherently born as your higher self. You are inherently born as the person you want to be. You're a clean slate, but then the world and your parents and just life begins to teach you that it's not safe to be that authentic version. to be that higher self, as if it's something you need to earn, is a state that you are not naturally when you are. When you were born, every day that you get to live, that there's breath in your lungs, you are your higher self. Now, the way you can wake them up out of that coma is by breathing life into them. You are this ball, and they are in deep sleep inside you right now. So every day, by deciding you are them, you begin to act like them. What would my higher self do in this moment? What would they do? You think, you wake them up, you let them take control. Feel that space inside of you. You are never, ever, ever more than one mindset shift. There is nothing you need to become. You just have to be it. Because you are it. That is who you are. That's your natural state of being. And every time you pretend that is not, you are denying yourself of your true identity. That is who you truly are. There is no future. Your higher self isn't going to come to you one day and say, you've been working hard enough, you deserve to be me now. The only thing that exists is the present. The 18-year-old me I had in my mind feels a lot different now that I'm living it. I felt like when I got to that age, there'll be some shift in me in becoming an adult, that everything that I knew I should be will happen. To my surprise, on my 18th birthday felt like the day before and the day before that. It didn't come on me like a thief in the night. It didn't just happen. I felt the same because I was the same person, because I decided to stay the same. There is nothing in the future that you can't decide to be right in this moment. I thought once I turned 18, I would become disciplined, as if the discipline would come with the age. Or I will become this insanely confident person who knows exactly what they want and is extremely authentic and lives every day as if it's their last day. Once I turned 18, because, well, it's a prerequisite for being 18 that I just all of a sudden have those things, as if it comes with time. There is no such thing as time. The only thing that exists is you now in this present moment. A lot of people think that if they build and do the thing over and over and over again, using like military people, for example, that always because they do this thing every single day at the same time, that they become disciplined. No. Sure, for a while they do the thing. They do the thing over and over and over and over every single day. But one day, a shift happens. And it's so much easier for them. And it's so like evident over the Navy SEALs that they are disciplined, that we think it's because they put in that work day in and day out, not realizing that at a point, every single one of them decided, I am a disciplined person. And that was all it took. It's a lot easier for them than some lazy bum sitting on their couch right now, because there's a mountain of evidence to prove this belief to them. But at the end of the day, it was the mindset shift. It was doing it every day and then beginning to believe that they were a disciplined person, because there was a mountain of evidence to show that that belief was real. You are only ever one mindset shift away. It is not something that needs to be done. It is just someone you need to become. There is nothing you don't know. Your higher self knows what to do. And the reason why you're not doing that thing is because you haven't made that shift and decided you are your higher self right now. So you don't deserve to live the life that comes with that, because you're still in the process of becoming, not knowing that you can just be that today. Once you become that, everything else shifts into alignment with who you think you are. There is nothing to become. There is no number that you need to gain in order to deserve what you want. You don't need to have a certain number in your bank account. You don't need to have a certain number against your following to know that this is who you are. There is nothing that needs to be done to prove that you deserve it, except for deciding that you deserve it. You are just a shift away. A mindset shift. It's not a routine. There's nothing that needs to be done except for you to believe that it is who you are in this present moment, because the present is all you have. Self-concept is everything. I think therefore I am. That's all for today. And as always, I am so proud of the person you are and even more proud of the beautiful soul you are becoming. If you learned something from this video, which I'm sure you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and I am always open for conversations in the comments. I will definitely see you in the next one.